Okay.
Good
So,
morning from London, and I suppose good evening from Melbourne in Australia. Master Edgar, welcome to the Feng Shui Society. And I'm honored to host you today on our interviewing platform. I'm really looking forward to exploring your path and knowing more about your Feng Shui journey and about yourself more personally. So welcome. And please, if you can start, I know you're based in Melbourne, you've lived there for, maybe you were born here. Tell us, because I don't know your whole story.
okay, yes. So first of all, thank you very much for having me here with the interview. I'm delighted. My journey of Feng Shui is very interesting, very long, but I make it very short. So I was born in southern China, southern China, which is about 400 kilometers from Hong Kong. I grew up until I was 11 years old. After 11 years old, my father took me to Hong Kong. The time was, the era I was born was during the Cultural Revolution. In China, most people know about this piece of history. At that time, Chinese astrology, Feng Shui, they were banned. They're not allowed to practice, and they need land for more growing crops. So my great-grandfather's grave need to be relocated. And my father, he believed in Feng Shui, so he engaged a very famous or well-known master in the region, southern China area. Engaged this Feng Shui master to find a good burial spot for my great-grandfather. Because in Feng Shui, we have the Yang Feng Shui and the Yin Feng Shui. As you know, Yang is for young people. We are living Yang people, and Yin is for Yin is stagnant, for the deceased, pass away ancestor. And actually, we also have a semi-Yin and semi-Yang Feng Shui as well. Maybe not, maybe not many people heard about it.
Yes.
So it's the ancestral hall. You don't live in an ancestral hall, but the ancestral hall in a certain village, they will build an ancestral hall to put their plug, the plug in the ancestral hall, or the town halls of the village. So they have this, they have some events there. Sometimes it's a wedding, sometimes it's a funeral there. So they actually semi-yin, semi-yang Feng Shui. It's not like totally yin Feng Shui or not totally yang Feng Shui. So there's actually 3 different kinds of Feng Shui. So this Feng Shui master found a very good spot for relocation of the my great-grandfather's burial. That was happening in 1972, late 72. And in the past, with Feng Shui master, they will write down, after this burial, what's gonna happen, will gonna happen. So in his written record, he say, oh, after this burial next year, there will be a child born to the family, because with the direction facing of the tombstone and the water flow. So that's Feng and Shui, wind and water. So in 74, early 74, in January, actually still in 73, in the year of the ox, my brother, younger brother, he was born. And interesting enough is the direction of this tombstone was sitting on the gun. He's sitting on the gun gua, and leaning, leaning to the ox. So the sitting is actually, in Feng Shui, the sitting is represent next generation. So the ox was born into the family. And then my uncle, my auntie also gave birth to a boy in the same year, but is not born in the year of the ox, is born in the year of the tiger, but still conceived in the year of the ox.
So let's, for the audience, the year of the ox was 1973, correct?
Yes, 73. Yes, you're very good with the years. Yeah. And that master also say, you know, in the future, if this boy will be working for government and could be in a very high ranking office, ranking official in the government job. So actually, my younger brother is actually working for the Hong Kong's police force. He's a superintendent there. So that prediction or forecast of this burial is happening, is real. And if you have a sitting Geng Gua leaning to the oxide, the facing will be Kun leaning Wei, right? In the Feng Shui, Kun leaning Wei. So I'm born in the year of the goat, which is Wei. Okay, so I also benefit from this burial. So one is sitting, one is facing. So I believe that Feng Shui, you know, the line facing direction benefit me and my younger brother. So from young age, our great grandfather's Feng Shui actually also, you know, the ox and the way, the toe and the way, there's also some meaning, you know, that's earth element. So
The
earth
goat.
element,
You say the way,
the
you mean
goat,
goat. Yeah.
goat, yes,
Yes.
the
Yes.
goat, the way, the ox and the way, or
Yes.
toe, or way, the ox and the goat,
Yes.
they are actually earth element. And earth element in the five element is meaning trust.
Right.
And trust can be like you trust a belief, a religion, or a system. So I getting into Feng Shui. That's my belief, my trust into this particular facing direction of the tombstone of my great grandfather. And then from young age, because I was grew up in this environment, and also in southern China, in our region, you know, in our region, they almost everyone know about Feng Shui, you know, no doubt about it. From young age, from older, middle aged men, older men,
Part of
they
the
all know
culture.
about. It's part of the culture, correct? And when parents, you know, at their 65, 70 years old, they ask their children to find them a burial spot, a good burial spot. In our region, like passing away is not a taboo. You know, we talk about it as well. You know, they're not afraid because they want to bury in a very good spot in order to bring the good energy or good chi for the next generation. That is one of the very special in our culture in the southern China, this region, and also the house we built, that floor plan, the particular floor plan was done in Song Dynasty, which is about 700, 800 years ago. And they're still building that particular floor plan. And this floor plan, actually, they implement many different Feng Shui technique in there.
Right.
So Feng Shui, most of the Feng Shui I see in the Western world, they only maybe talk about the egg mansion and the flying star.
Yes, correct.
They not really, you know, talking about the San Yuan Feng Shui or the San He Feng Shui, or you know, all these different school, because it actually not easy to learn. But the flying star is actually easier. That's numbers 1 to 9, and you know, in period 9 we say, oh, 9 is good, 1 is good, and that's it. Then what would happen? What gonna happen to the person? What kind of issue may bring to this house? So actually, there's other feng shui system we can work together. You know, we don't say, you know, that is a bad feng shui system, that's no good, but it can incorporate with the San Yuan Feng Shui, with the San He Feng Shui, with the Flying Star Feng Shui, and the Eight Mansion Feng Shui. They all can work together.
Yes.
Some people may say, oh, they are conflict with each other, but it's not. If you know the real Feng Shui, you know, the fundamental layer, actually they all can work together.
Yes. And in your practice, do you use all these techniques, or do you have a preference?
The preference is I use the San Yuan, our San Yuan Feng Shui.
Yes.
Not San He. San He is mainly for maybe more a bigger scale of Feng Shui, but for the home
Yes.
Feng Shui, to start with the San Yuan system. And the San Yuan system, if you can incorporate the flying star into the audit, and then you can implement the 8 mention as well. Like the 8 mention, you can use
Right.
the Seng Qi, use the Tian Yi, like the Heaven Doctor, or
Yes.
you can the 5 ghosts. The 5 ghosts carry well. You can implement from the San Yuan,
Right.
incorporate the 8 mention together to create this particular 5 ghosts carry well technique. And of course, if a house like newly built, like let's say built in the within 30 years, we
Yes.
then look at more, you can look at the flying star chart. But if the house is building like in British, there's many houses building, over 100 years old or 200 years
Yeah.
old. There's no not necessary to look at the flying star chart. So you just look at the San Yuan, our system called San Yuan Yuan Gua system, then most of the time is good enough. It's very good for the feng shui audit and can activate,
Can,
for the
yeah.
client to
Master
getting
Edgar.
what they want. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So when you look at a house, you analyze it. Do you take do you start with the obviously the year of birth? But a lot of people are confused with that starting point. Some practitioner would use the date when the residents moved into that house. And as you mentioned, like in the UK, a lot of these houses are hundreds of years old. So would you say, like, if you move to a 100-year-old house in 2025, would you start counting from 2025? That's when the residents moved in, or would you start counting from the year the house was built, let's say 100 years ago?
Right. So you're talking about the flying star chart, or
Yes.
no, or yes
Yes,
or no.
that's
So
right. That's correct. Yes.
okay, so if let's say the house is built 100 years ago, then I
Yes.
will not look at the flying star chart. I will look at the house itself, whether it's matching with the San Yuan Yuan Gua system or not. So the
Okay.
San Yuan Yuan Gua system will look at the door, the entrance, where's
Yes.
the entrance, the stove, where's the stove, toilet, side door, and also bathroom,
Yes.
bridge, all those area. Like in July, I done one feng shui in London.
Yes,
So this lady, that house, I believe is maybe over 80 years or 60 years old. So I did not look at the flying star chart. I just purely look at from the San Yuan Yuan Gua system point of view. So the San Yuan Yuan Gua system point of view is incorporated, the facing direction and the people living there. We look at the year of birth instead of Ming Gua. In the 8 mention, they have the East Gua or West Gua.
right.
I don't look at that. I look at the year of birth. So you
Of the
have the year
resident.
of the year of the birth of the resident,
Yes.
and the year of the birth, because the year of the birth also have a stem and branch,
Yes.
and this stem and branch will be resonate with the sector or space of the house. So if this year birth, the stem and branch in in line with the space, and this space has some issue, definitely this person will have some issue.
Oh,
So very interesting. I look at that house. Actually, the lady was born in 1971, which is the year of the pig. Okay, 71 year of the pig year. And the yang in metal pig, So in metal pig, in that particular house, the fridge is in the in metal thing, and the stove is in the pig sector. So it's matching, related. So of course, first of all, we have to define whether this spot, the in metal thing or the pig, the high, is a good sector or is a bad sector.
Correct. Yeah.
Some you can find out from, some people maybe find out from the 8 mention, some people find out from fine star. I find out from our San Yuan Yuan Gua method.
Okay.
And my question to the lady was, after you move into this house, things is not doing well for you, particularly health-wise. So she said, yes. After moving to that house, not experience very good chi, good energy.
Yes.
Yeah. So we have to test the chart. In London, actually very difficult to find the facing direction. The reason why is there's a lot of tubes underneath. There's a lot of tunnels underneath London. So I measure the facing direction of that particular house from the front, from the back. You give me 2 different readings.
Yes, I see.
So in London, that's sometimes hard, particularly underneath there's a tunnel or tube or a lot of
it's difficult to have an accurate degree.
Underground car park. It's difficult to get the degree, so you have to test the chart. Test the chart. So I identify, and then another question I ask is, the husband was actually born in 1970, so which is the dog, yang metal dog. And yang metal dog in their house, the dog sector, the dog sector is a very good sector. And I asked, so a very good sector in the dog year will be activated by the dragon, isn't it? Because dragon and dog is clash. So in Feng Shui, actually, we want clash. In Chinese astrology, maybe we don't want clash, but in Feng Shui, the clash is better, because maybe in some of the classical texts, they say clash the prosper area, they bring in the wealth. Yeah. So I asked one question. I say, last year, 2024, which is the dragon year, and it activate the dog sector. And this dog sector is a good sector. And the husband is happened to born in the year of the dog. So I say, is last year the wealth is much better? And he said, yes. So by asking this kind of question, you can find out the accurate direction. So I actually have 2 charts there. Say, based on this chart, is this, based on that chart, this will happen. And both question was right. So the lady born in the 71 year of the pig has some issue, but she cannot understand why. What's the issue? And the husband is doing well with better wealth in 2024. So and then confirm that particular chart with the San Yuan Yuan Gua system, and then we'll do adjustment. If the area is not quite good, then we try to activate. Try to not to activate. Try to suppress it, and the area is very good area, then we can activate. So very interesting, and you can verify the past of the house. And once you're able to verify the past, you can predict for the future. Then you can implement certain configuration and tell them, by that time, this will happen. Particularly when the Feng Shui, with Feng Shui, we always focus on 4 areas. I'm not sure you heard of this 4 areas. First one is children, next generation. That's why in the past, China, we have the most populated country. The
Mhm.
second is wealth. When you have children, you need money to feed them, right?
Yeah, makes
And when
sense.
the children grow up, they want their career,
Mm.
right? So we will do the career. And then after you do your job, your career, and then you retire, we want healthy, we want longevity. So in the traditional feng shui, we look at 4 areas. In Chinese, it's called Ding, Cai, Guai, Shao. Ding means children, Cai is money, Guai is career, and Shao is longevity. So if possible, always look at these 4 areas for certain people. Sometimes I have consult and couple that, okay, they're pretty wealthy, but
Yeah.
they want children, then we'll try to do in that area, work more. And really depends on feng shui. Not like, one system fits all. You have to find out what really they need for their life.
Master Edgar, I've
Mm.
noticed that fertility is one of your area of expertise, and you offer also online workshops to
Yes, yes.
learn more about this and women who are trying to conceive.
Yes, that's very important because fertility nowadays, because ladies, they want their career first, so they maybe marry a little bit later
Mhm.
age. So when women lady reach their prime time over 35, 36, it's not easy to get conceived naturally,
Yes.
particularly with modern living apartments. Modern apartments sometimes is the feng shui is very chaos in there. So we have to work with the environment we have, and then also incorporate with the husband's year of birth into the consideration. Then the chances would be higher. I have worked with many couples, and the success rate is quite high, and they're very happy.
That's good to know, and hopefully the audience that can will listen to this interview will go to you for that.
Yes. I also, I hope I can help them as well, because it's very precious. Sometimes I have clients, they first, after the child is born, the first they will let me know, or when they get pregnant, they'll let me know first instead of telling, their parents. Yeah,
Yes.
so I feel very happy I'll be able to help them. But in traditional feng shui, it's not like I call New Age feng shui. New Age feng shui, they will say, oh, you put a crystal, put a few coins, put a wind charm, and that will help. It's not really in that case. Feng shui is more manipulating the qi, the qi. So Feng is wind, right? In Chinese, Feng is wind, and Shui is water. So I only manipulate these 2 things, water and also exit water from a house. In the old time, like courtyard house, they they have a what we call a heaven wealth, right? When water coming from the sky, that's a
Yes.
one way of collecting the wealth, water.
Mhm.
And when the water leaving this heaven well leaving, there's a particular formula we can calculate where they should go and which particular spot they were
Yes.
going out. So nowadays, because we also move the toilet into the apartment or into a house, so the water exit is very important. Water exit represent money going out, right?
Mm.
Water is wealth in feng shui. So
Yes.
exit money going out, so that is meaning investment. So whether your investment direction is correct or not is dictated by the water exit. Secondly, water exit also is like an output. If you know Chinese astrology, output is your idea, your thinking.
Yes.
outputs also children, right?
Correct.
For a child, in the female child, output is children. So water exit also represent giving birth for a lady. Think about it, that picture. Giving birth for a lady. So the water, the toilet is very, very important in terms of, fertility, investment, idea.
So you look at the location of the toilet because it's difficult to know where the water runs out. I mean,
Yes, yes,
symbolically,
the location,
the
the
location.
lo the
Symbolically,
location.
yes, and symbolically, the main door, I suppose, when you open and close, is the way out, the water, the yang energy. Would you consider that or no?
So mainly money, coming in from the door, right? So the yang energy, when you open the door, the chi will come in. So that's a come in. But when you open the toilet, the water will not come out.
Right.
Okay. So the door, is the Tai Chi point, the Tai Chi point connect to the outside world, between your house and the outside world. So this point is very important. This door location, very, very important. If it open correctly, when the people from the house going out, they will meet the right people, meet the correct people. When the door is not open correctly, then when they go out, they will meet the wrong people. People will come to, con them, deceive them. So the door, if the location is wrong, they will also cost people money.
Yes.
If the location is correct, then you're meeting good people. They will help you and bring in noblemen as well to help the occupants.
Right.
Yeah. So door location, is very important also in system of San Yuan Yuan Guo system. Very, very important. And then on the internet, some article and then some master will say, oh, you don't want the front door facing to the back door.
Right.
Money coming out, money coming in, and money going out.
Mm.
But my question to them is, why money cannot come from the back door? Money can come from the back door, isn't it? If the door at the back open correctly. So actually, this is only 50% correct, half correct. So if the front door location is not right, not correct, according to our Yuanguo system, and the back door also not correct, of course, your money coming in will going out. But if the door locate correctly, it's a different story. So door, because the door has the qi come in to the house, right? Qi is the natural product, it's a natural thing. Qi, when we open the door or open a window, the qi will come in. So it doesn't matter what material of the door made of or what color the door painted, because I often get asked, my house is number 4, is that bad? That is more superstitious. It's not traditional feng shui, right? So when the wind come to your door, when you open the door, the wind will not stop at the doorway and ask, hey, what's your number? Your number 4, I'm not going to come in. Or your number 8 is very prosper, I will come in. No, when you open the door at the moment, the wind will come in. And they don't care about it's a metal door or wooden door or glass door. As long as it's open, chi will come in. So that is a lot of people making the belief or superstitious with the traditional feng shui. So, and also there are many masters, they doing some tips on the internet. I'm not sure because feng shui is all tailor-made. Each house is different because with the different sizes, some houses a bit longer, some houses a bit, more squarish, some house has a missing corner. So the center of the house is all different. How
Yeah.
on earth you can use one particular tip to help
Difficult to
everyone?
generalize. Indeed. Yeah.
That's impossible. That's impossible. That's why, you know, if you see my social media, you hardly see, you know, I tell people what to do because each house is different. Each house have to have their own characteristic. Each house has their own special configuration. Then we can activate that certain configuration to help the occupants.
Yeah, Master Edgar, I know you also wrote and published a book which is called Design Your Own Home. So does this help the Feng Shui enthusiast, let's say, to start with, you know, to have some tools and get it right?
Yes, yes. Well, in some of them, yes, but not complete, to be honest, because the, when we learn from masters, right? My master learned from his master, his master learned from his master, because we do have a lineage. And when we learn, we actually have to make an oath not to leak the most core secret of the feng shui. So actually, we are not allowed to write and publish the most core part of the feng shui, but we allow to teach face to face. And when we teach face to face, also the student have to agree not to, you know, teach unless have the permission of the master. Yeah, like
Yes.
like my master,
Yes.
he learned from his master, which is my grandmaster. My grandmaster allow him to teach the disciple class after 8 years. After 8 years later, and my master allowed me to teach disciple class after 7 years. So, so that he, because we still have a very good relationship, unlike Western culture, you learn something and it's yours. And then that's why some of my students from the, you know, from Western culture, they'll say, oh, I pay you money, I learn the technique, it's mine, I can do whatever I want. The mentality of the Chinese culture is a little bit different because we have to respect the teacher. If we want to learn something from the teacher, we respect, and then there's rules, you know, because if we openly, publicly, you know, disclose these rules, then what happened to my master? Then he will not. He have to do feng shui. He have to teach. He also need to feed the family. Same as me, I have a family to feed. So that's why we want to protect the lineage. So we are not allowed to publish and to tell the main core of the feng shui.
I understand.
So the book in the book there is very general information, but if you can avoid that general information, that is very good feng shui already.
Oh, yes, I understand.
Yeah.
We know where to
Yeah.
go and go to you for the details.
Thank you.
And
And
right now, yes, go ahead. Yes.
yes, so I actually thinking of, you know, maybe, you know, with the Feng Shui Society, we can, you know, organize a course or something. If, you know, people that are interested, that we can run a San Yuan Yuan Guang workshop for the
I'm sure, yeah, we'll be interested. Yes. What is the aspect right now of Feng Shui that you're most passionate about?
the aspect of Feng Shui. So
Yes.
I'm very passionate about teaching the right Feng Shui. Yeah, that's I always want to, you know, pass down the good feng shui, right feng shui to people. Teaching is my passion. Once upon a time, my very first student in Australia, she's a consultant as well, and she asked me a question. She said, "Master, why do you teach? And why do you teach this system to us? This is a very good system."
The
And I
Yan.
found this.
Sorry for the mispronunciation. Yes.
Sorry.
Can you tell the audience which system that you're teaching?
the San Yuan Yuan Gua system, San Yuan Yuan Gua, or I make it short. It's called SYYG, San Yuan Yuan Gua. So she actually learned from many masters. She learned from master from Australia, from Singapore, from Malaysia, from Thailand, from Hong Kong. But eventually she come to learn from me, and she said, oh, I found the missing piece of Feng Shui, missing key, that key would be open many other different systems of Feng Shui. So she asked me, why do I teach? She said, you keep this and you become the best. I said, no, I teach is because you're a consultant, and for your consultant, you can do better to help your client. And I can take a little bit of credit as well when you help your client because you use this system. So that's my answer to her. So she think, oh, that makes sense. That makes sense.
That's lovely.
Yeah.
Lovely comment. Yes.
Yeah. Because also there's so many people need help. And I, with my own person, I unable to help so many people. So just have to like teach, and more people know about the system, then they will do better Feng Shui for their client. So
And Master,
that is my
yes. How do you teach? Like can people, do they have to travel to you, or do you also teach online? Can you tell us?
Mainly now I'm teaching in Australia,
Yes.
Malaysia, and Thailand.
Okay.
And if there's enough interest, maybe you can come to UK, come to Europe to teach. The course, the advanced course is 5 days, 4 days of theories, and 1 day we find some, apartment or find some property. We can go out to do the Feng Shui, to see the system, the theory is matching with the real life, real life cases. So they're totally 5 days. If there's interest, I'm willing to travel to UK or Europe to teach. There's no online course because we are not allowed to teach online. Because once teach online, someone record it, and the whole system will be just everywhere.
Yes.
Yeah. So we are not actually allowed to teach online. Yeah.
That's respectable.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, Master Gada, it's been really a lovely interview. I'm sure this will attract a lot of interest from a lot of different people. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
And I hope,
and hopefully,
yes, we'll collaborate or be in touch very soon.
Yes. Okay. Great. Thank you so much.